Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 6 of Superman 78. Now, as you know, this is the final issue of Superman 78 that's meant to act like its own continuation from Superman 1 and 2. And this is pretty much the final standoff between Superman and Brainiac, so let's get on the story. It starts off with Brainiac holding down Superman saying, "Your abilities are insignificant, Kryptonian. My entire civilization died out long ago, yet I still live. Can you, crude primitive brain, begin to perform why? Science and that," and even points out how he managed to preserve his body and how his race died out. And we see Superman saying, "I'm not better than anyone, Brainiac. I just believe everyone deserves another chance." And we see that he's trying to preserve civilizations and that to not have the same fates as what happened to his planet. And we see how Superman says, "You're afraid, Brainiac. You say you want to preserve other species, stop people from destroying themselves. You just want to control them, take away their chances to grow. You're no scientist. My father is a scientist. Science is just your weapon." And we see how Brainiac points out that he lost everything, but Superman tries to justify it by saying that he lost everything too, but it didn't let him affect him, as he had people who cared about him and was able to not give up on things. And of course we see him taking down Brainiac, and this is where he tries to get Brainiac to get out of the suit, but of course mainly blows himself up. And we kind of see how Superman sees Brainiac's charred remains and sees that the ship is going to blow up and has to rescue the other Ball cities, and manages to rescue every one of them. Just as Brainiac transfers his consciousness to a new body, the ship ends up blowing up, taking him along with it. And of course, we see Superman realizing that without Brainiac's ship, nothing is keeping the Metropolis afoot. So we see how everyone falls to their potential death. And we see how Superman manages to rescue Metropolis and put it back safely on the ground. And we see how everyone's surprised. And just then Lex Luthor says, "Too bad, Metropolis. The real estate market is about to crash." So just as Superman flies down with Metropolis, landing it down safely, we see how he manages to put all his strength in, and you even got a cameo of the Goonies, which kind of implies Data and the group are taking a break from solving mysteries and looking for other adventures. And just as they ran it down, Metropolis is now back safely on the ground. And everyone cheering, saying, "We're alive! Superman did it!" And we see how Lois ends up seeing that Superman did it, and of course Clark flying out. And everyone seeing that Superman is now back in one piece. And we see how Superman and Lois embrace, knowing that they're back together now. And we see how Perry White says, "Top-notch reporting, Rain. I want to follow up. Kent, what have we got?" And we see how Kent makes up an excuse, saying how he got knocked out during the invasion and pretty much got a nasty lump. So we see them writing the next stories with Lex Luthor has vanished and the army has confiscated his equipment, and NASA are looking for any remains of Brainiac's ship. And we see how after this, we see how Clark wants to have that lunch with Lois, but brings her home for Clark and that. And of course, we do see how back at the Fortress of Solitude, Superman points out that he wasn't able to bring back the Ball cities back to their full size, but promises that he'll keep searching for another way. And after their parents are proud of everything that Clark's done, he flies off in the typical Superman movie fashion. And this is the story. So I think issue 6 definitely has a good send-off. It feels more like a continuation from Superman 1 and 2. I feel if Brainiac did appear in the Richard Donner Superman movie, had the third one been made in his way, I could have seen the actor who played Clayton from the Disney film Tarzan for Brainiac. I also could have seen the actors who played Jor-El and Lara for returning as well. So I think the story definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. And the series Superman 78 is definitely a great tribute and a great reference to Richard Donner's work on Superman, as well as the Richard Donner cut. And I think it's a shame that Richard Donner couldn't really do the Superman series he wanted to do, and I think much like Tim Burton, there was a lot more potential he could have had. So I think this series definitely deserves a thumbs up again. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.